I attended my boyfriend's company party, where his female friend Sienna leaned against him with a mocking smile. Andrea, I heard your mom was a homewrecker who slept her way up, and you've been someone's mistress since you turned 18. You only recently latched onto Asher. Although this is our first meeting, I'm quite familiar with your plastic surgeon. Then, as if she'd accidentally said something wrong, she covered her mouth playfully while looking at Asher. Oops, I forgot that homewreckers who get plastic surgery to climb the social ladder don't like being reminded of their past. Asher, please don't blame me. Asher's smile froze on his face. Just seconds ago, he'd been bragging to his colleagues about my beauty and background. I looked up at his female friend, finding her increasingly familiar. Wasn't this the plastic surgery influencer who'd been dumped by dozens of sugar daddies, with every relationship ending in disaster? I'd even handled the lawsuit when one of her sugar daddies sent her to the hospital. I wondered if those sugar daddies' wives would be thrilled to know she was here. Out of professional habit, I quietly turned on my voice recorder. After all, for someone like me, everything requires evidence. The moment Sienna finished speaking, the envious glances that had been directed at Asher immediately turned strange. A colleague tried to defuse the situation with an awkward laugh. You must have her confused with someone else. Miss Andrea is an heiress. She wouldn't need to be anyone's mistress. Sienna didn't deny it. She just let out a deep sigh. Well, I suppose her mother had foresight, willing to be some rich man's mistress for money. But I wouldn't want to be that kind of heiress. I was secretly alarmed. She really dared to say that. If my doting father found out, she probably wouldn't be able to stay anywhere in America. Seeing my expression change, Sienna shrank further into Asher's embrace. Asher, did I say something wrong? It's my fault for not being as calculating as those women. I just say whatever's on my mind. I suppressed the urge to slap her. After all, one slap would mean 5 to 10 days of detention. While distracted, the wine glass in my hand tilted, and the red wine accidentally splashed onto Sienna's white dress. She shrieked, her face full of grievance. Andrea, why are you so humiliated and angry just because I told a few truths? The ability to disguise yourself so perfectly is quite a skill. I'm envious, really. Asher's expression instantly turned cold. He picked up a wet napkin from the table and carefully wiped Sienna's dress. He glared at me. Sienna's always been straightforward and can't beat around the bush. What's wrong with you? Apologize to Sienna right now. I laughed bitterly. Sienna slandered and defamed me, and he watched coldly. But now that I'd accidentally stained Sienna's dress, he was furious. Sienna's eyes reddened as she pressed against Asher. It's okay, Asher. Maybe I did mistake her for someone else and was just joking. I looked at her with a cold tone. Words require evidence. I don't have a sense of humor and can't understand jokes. This statement was also reminding Asher not to believe things without evidence. Asher indeed seemed slightly stunned, slowly withdrawing the hand that had been wiping Sienna's dress. Sienna's body stiffened, and she looked pitiful. I'm sorry, Andrea. This is all what your plastic surgeon told me. I really didn't verify it. I propped my chin on my hand and looked at her. Which plastic surgery hospital? Which doctor? Whatever she dared to say would become evidence. I thought she'd be stuck, but unexpectedly, her tone suddenly became earnest. Andrea, even if you haven't had plastic surgery, you're not that ugly. You really don't need to go for touch-ups a dozen times every month. The surrounding colleagues showed expressions of disdain. The female colleague sitting next to Sienna laughed mockingly. This world really belongs to plastic surgery girls. Get some work done, spread your legs, and you can get rich. Not like me and Sienna, we're all natural and just want to marry for love. Asher cared most about face. He'd brought me to the company party to show off. Who would have thought he'd face this kind of humiliation? He glumly drank an entire glass of wine. I looked at that female colleague, my eyes turning to ice. My monthly income is $200,000. Asher makes $30,000. And you're saying I'm a gold digger? The guy with glasses across from us laughed mockingly. $200,000 a month? Andrea, that's quite a special profession. Our Asher is so blessed. Other people spend money on relationships, but when he dates, a bunch of sugar daddies crowdfund it for him. Haha. Shut up. Asher suddenly punched the guy with glasses, shattering his frames. I felt no satisfaction, because I knew he wasn't defending me, just his wounded pride. The guy with glasses was about to fight back when the host on stage happened to call our table.